There we go. So I'm showing you the revised video of this because everybody knows how to get the timing belt like on there, but I'm always getting questions on, oh, is this lined up right? No, motherfucker, if you have to ask, it's not. So check this out. You start your timing belt by putting it on at the bottom. After you have already lined up the arrow there with the arrow there. So I've already done that, as you can see, that's lined up. You wiggle it up around here, around. Make sure these are lined up as well. If those are lined up, then the two holes on the tops of the cams will also be facing up. Now, that means the lines here have to be not only lined up straight across from each other, because that could happen up here, that could happen down here, but they need to be lined up straight across from each other between the two bolts. So like the center of this bolt makes a straight line right across that timing mark and that timing mark all the way to the center of that bolt. So one big straight line just right across. Okay? Now that that part's solved, if you start at the bottom and you line up that timing mark, you run the belt up around and around and around. You basically go the opposite direction that the belt turns, all the way around until the last pulley is the tensioner. And here's the coolest part: if it's all lined up properly and the arrows are matching the arrow down there and the lines up here are lined up with the bolts like it's supposed to be, then here's what you wind up with. No slack. No slack. Well, very, very minuscule slack. No slack, no slack. All the slack is right here. So it makes it real nice and easy to put on that pulley there. Okay? Now, here's another cool part. The tensioner itself, I have the Allen wrench in it because it's compressed already. And when the Allen wrench is in there, it holds a little pin holding it compressed. You all already know that. Now it's time to lower this engine down so I can show you the bottom view here. The bottom view, you notice the tensioner has slider adjustments on it. Use them. Okay? If you use that, you pry the tensioner upward while you tighten that 13mm bolt right there in the center of your view here, then it'll actually tighten the belt for you. So then when the belt is tight, you can recheck the timing marks without even having to pull the Allen wrench out. And that way, if you did fuck up and you didn't line it up correctly and you find that out after it's tight, you can still pull the bolt here loose again and the belt's loose again, and you don't have to remove the Allen until you know that it's all correct. That concludes my timing belt guide for idiots, part 2.